Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stella. How are you? In today's video, we are going to make something really cool. We are going to make a crochet belt. And this belt is super easy to make. It's super cute. It's inspired on Y2K Chain Belts. And the best of all, it's upcycled. So let's start. Let me show you how to make one and why it's upcycled. Come with me. So I have one in black. And today I'm going to be making one in silver. And the yarn I'm using is this super fine number 1 100% mercerized cotton in the color silver. So let me show you the other materials. We are also going to need a crochet hook. And I'm going to use this one, which is 2.7 millimeters. We're going to need scissors, tapestry needle, 2 beads of your choice. I'm going to use 2 silver beads and pliers. And we are also going to need a snap hook of any kind. So you can reuse them from old bags or old keychains, or you can find something in the thrift store and then remove it and use in your new belt. The one I'm using is from a keychain. I believe this was a hand sanitizer holder. And the coolest thing about this belt is that we are going to be reusing these seals from milk cartons. Look at that. So I cut this ring off the seal to use them to make belts or earrings. And in this way, they don't go to the landfills. So we are going to make the belt today, but I already have a tutorial on my channel on how to make these cute earrings using the plastic rings. So you can make them both and then you have a set. Look at that. You have the earrings and the belt and you can wear them together. So as always, I like to give you guys options so you don't need to use this yarn. Any kind of fine yarn is okay. I made these earrings here using this yarn. Look at that. So you can also use this yarn to make the belt. And you just adjust the hook size accordingly. So before we start, I have one more thing to tell you. Let me show you some measurements. So the diameter of my rings is approximately 0.7 inches. Look at that. And the length of my belt is, getting there, 36 inches. And I used 30 rings to make my belt. For reference, my waist is 29 inches. And above my hips, where I like to wear my belt on, is 34 inches. So when you are making your belt, you have to keep in mind your measurements and where on your body you want to wear your belt. I want to wear my belt high-waisted or low-waisted. So when I made my belt, I kept that in mind and I didn't make it too long or too short. Because when I wear it high-waisted, I don't want that little tail to be very long hanging down on my body. Or when I wear it low-waisted, I don't want the little tail that hangs down to be too short. So I kept all of that in mind when I was deciding on the length of my belt. So we start by making a slip knot. And then we grab one of our rings and the slip knot. I place the slip knot inside the ring from the back. And then we make a chain. And now we single crochet around the ring. And I'll tell you how many single crochets we're gonna need. But this is optional. We just make single crochets until we see our ring is covered. So look, we put our crochet hook inside and we grab the yarn under through the inside of the ring. And then we yarn over and we close the single crochet. So put your crochet hook inside to grab the yarn, pass it inside the ring, go to the top like this, to the front top, yarn over and close the single crochet. Look. In this way we cover our ring with single crochet stitches. Let's do it one more time. I hope it's clear. Go under, grab the yarn, bring it to the front and up, yarn over and make the single crochet. Look at that. So let's keep doing that until this ring is covered. So here the working yarn stays on the back of the ring, and when we start making the single crochet we bring the yarn from inside the ring to the front, right? And in this way we are kind of wrapping our ring with yarn. So for the size of ring and yarn I'm using, I made 22 single crochet stitches to cover my ring. Look at that. Cannot see the ring anymore. And now I'm going to join with a slip stitch on the first single crochet I made. There you go. A slip stitch here. Look at how cute it is. So now we are going to start joining the rings together so we can start growing our belt. Let me conceal this yarn tail from the beginning here so it's not on our way anymore. So I will just pass it here under the single crochets on the back of the ring and hide it. And we can use some fabric glue here just to make sure it's there in place, but it's optional. It looks okay like this too. It's very secure. So to attach the second ring to the belt, we are going to grab the ring, put it here on our left side, and then we put the crochet hook inside the ring and we yarn over and make a slip stitch there, and then make one chain, and the rings are now connected together. And now we proceed in the same way as we did with the first ring. We are going to make single crochets to cover the ring. So I'm gonna keep the same amount of single crochets for all rings. So I did 22 single crochets for the first one, and I'm going to also make 22 single crochets for the second ring. And this will depend on the size of the ring, on the weight of your yarn, and on the size of the crochet hook you are using. So you might need to increase or decrease the number of single crochets you make to cover your ring. So here I have my 22 single crochets inside the second ring. Look at that. It looks like a number 8 right now. And now we are going to close it with a slip stitch. So we make a slip stitch on the first single crochet we made. So it's looking like this for now. And now we have a trick. So we don't need to be weaving a lot of ends when we are done with our belt. What I do to join the third ring is to slip stitch until the middle here, the midpoint of the ring, and then we can attach the third ring. So in this way, I think our work is clean and it's easier for us. So I have 22 single crochets, right? So I'll make slip stitches here until I get to the middle here, like I said before. So I'll make around 11 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me see how it is. 10 is good enough for the amount of single crochets I have. So you have to adjust this depending on the amount of single crochets you make to cover your ring, right? So I made 10 and I think it's good enough. It looks like it's in the middle, look. And now I'm ready to attach the third ring here. So let me show you how it is. Look, the rings are attached together. Look, in the same way as I did with the black belt. Look. So let's attach our third ring in the same way as we did with the second one. And make a slip stitch there, and then make one chain. And then we make the single crochets around. So I'll be making 30 rings, and it's a lot, right? It's easy, but it's a lot of rings. And I don't want my video to be very, very long. I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to work on a few rings, and I'm going to stop after, let's say, 10 rings, and I'm going to show you my progress. So this video is not a follow along real-time crochet with me, right? I just want to give you the idea and the tutorial, the pattern to make this belt. So I'll meet you back here after I'm done with a few more rings to show you my progress. I hope the video, the visuals are helping you if my explanation is not so good and clear. So before that, I want to make sure it's clear, so we're gonna work one more ring together. So here I'm at the end of ring 3. And I made 22 single crochet stitches here. Now I'm going to join with a slip stitch here in the first single crochet I made. So I kind of pass my yarn under the circles. And I work the slip stitch here on the top, right? From the top of the ring. I hope that's clear. So I go inside the 2 top loops of my single crochet, the first one I made for this ring, and then I yarn over and I make a slip stitch there to join, to close the ring, right? So the single crochets are all together and not moving around. Do you know what I mean? All right, so now don't forget about that. To join the next ring, we have to slip stitch until the point where we're going to join that ring. So in my case, I'm making 10 slip stitches. You can do 11 if you want, but 10 was fine. 10 was coming here midway, so it worked for me. So you see what works for you, because I don't know which ring and which yarn you are using, right? But it's so simple. Just make single crochets until you cover your ring. And then to join the second ring, you don't need the slip stitches to go to the middle of that ring. But when you get to the third, fourth, and so on, you have to do the slip stitches and go to the middle of the ring to join the next one. Is that clear? I hope so. I am more of a visual learner and I like to see videos and images to help me learn faster. So now I'm working on my slip stitches to join my fourth ring. That's exciting. It works up quickly. Pretty soon we will have our belt to wear. And that's so nice. I love to make things that I can wear. How many slip stitches I made? I don't know. I was talking and I lost count. But it's in the middle. It's okay. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect. You can stop your work and see how it is. And if it looks good, then it's good. Okay, so let me get one more ring and attach it here. It's not around. Wait a second, I'm gonna go get it. Alright, so I'm back with one more ring. And now let's join that ring to the belt. Yay! It's getting long now. Alright, so look at that. The working yarn is to the back of the ring. The crochet hook goes inside from the front. So I grab my working yarn, I yarn over, and I pull through the loop here and make a slip stitch there. And then I make a chain so I can start my single crochet stitches here all around the ring. Alright, so as I said before, now I'm gonna work on a few rings and I'm going to come back when I'm on my 10th, let's say, and show you how it is. Oh my god, you guys, look at how cute it is looking till now. I made 12 rings and look at how it is compared to the black one. Super cute, right? I like them both, but the light one here, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I don't know which one I prefer, actually. Alright, so let's join one more ring together. So we join them with a slip stitch, and then we make a chain, and then the single crochet stitches all around the ring. There you go, 22 single crochet. And then now I'm going to join with the slip stitch there. So I bring my yarn under the belt and the hook on top above the ring, right? And then I slip stitch on the first single crochet I made. And there you are. So I've wrapped 24 rings with single crochet so far. And look at how long it is. It's super cute. Look at that. And I want to tell you something. You see this yarn is light colored and my rings are white. So my point is, if you are using a darker yarn and the rings are white, you might need to make more single crochets to cover the ring, and then the white part doesn't show off, right? So here, as you can see, the black one is okay, it's not showing any white parts. Let me count how many single crochets I made, because I don't remember, and I'll tell you, 1 second. So for my black belt, I made 30 single crochets around my rings. So I needed a little bit more to cover the ring, which is white. And then I don't see any white parts showing off. So I'm done with my belt, and for the last ring we don't need to slip stitch until the middle here. We just cut the yarn, leaving a short tail so we can weave in the end. Now it's time to attach the clasp, and I recommend using one where this ring here on the bottom is small, and then you use an open jump ring to attach it to the belt. I tried using this one, which is bigger here, and it didn't look good. So I used my open jump ring and I put it here. I pass it inside the ring, and then I put my clasp there. It's very simple. Just make sure you get the ring, the white ring, not only the crochet, the yarn, right? So it's more secure in place there. And then with my pliers, I'll close the open jump ring. There you go. Look at that. Very good. The same way as I did with the black belt. And here we have the other end. You can leave it like this. It's nice, right? But you can also make it look nicer and more professional. And what I did, look at this. I put some yarn there, some fringe with beads on the bottom. So I attach this fringe here in the same way as I would do on a scarf. So I have 2 strings. You can use as many as you want. You can use any color of beads as you want, or as many beads as you want. So this part is very optional. So I cut 2 strands of approximately 8 inches each. 1, 2, to make that little fringe on the end of the belt. And since it's only 2, I'm going to make them using my hands. I wrap the strand in half. I pass it inside my ring. Then there's a little loop there. And I grab the 2 tails and I pass them inside that loop. There. Then I pull it. And then we do the same thing with the second one. Now let's finish these 2 tails with the bead. And this part is optional. If you don't want to use beads, you just tie a knot there at the end. And you can use a very small crochet hook to help you. There you are. And then we tie a knot here at the end so the bead doesn't fall off. There you are. And look at that. How cute that is. So the belt now is complete. Everything is ready. So here it is. Our cute belt is done and we can wear it. I love it so much. I love the black one and I love the silver one too. So now I have two options to wear with my outfits. How about you? What color are you going to make yours? I hope this tutorial was useful and you are going to make a belt for yourself. Or maybe it's gonna serve as inspiration, but I hope you liked my video. And remember, instead of sending these plastic rings to the landfills, we can reuse them. So go ahead, make a lot of belts for yourself. Thank you so much for watching my video and I'll see you in the next. Bye bye!